Okay, now this is called Mathematics Takes a Holiday. See, this is drawn a little better. It's got some stuff in it. This showed at the Laguna Art Museum years ago, and a mathematics teacher come up to me and she says, well, I've read about this in your book, and this is just not right. And I says, well, yeah, I know it's not right. It takes a holiday. She says, yeah, it isn't right. You know, I says, well, I know it isn't right. It's mathematics, you know, it's a holiday for physics. Okay. What can I say about that? Nothing. Okay, this is the pain chain here. See? Things, that's just energy in a circle. Okay, now this is about sewage and septic tanks, and you know, using her as a muse to kind of give personality as a mascot to the sewage service. See? Now the little matches up here say Joe Copro, septic service. See? Now there's a gallery in Bergamont Station called Copro Mason Gallery. Probably you've heard of Copro. Well, that's where they got the name, Copro. Copro means shit. Okay, here's a adventurous from behind the steering wheel scene in a hot rod, see? And that figure up there in the middle, that cartoon figure, is a St. Christopher's medal, see? It means it's hot rod, good luck. Okay, this is like we're now kind of into my tether here with ideas. This is flying saucers and pirates. Okay, this is my interpretation of the tooth fairy. I mean, someone has to get teeth that bad, then they must have a need for calcium, a real strong need for calcium. Okay, now this is a motorcycle wreck seen from the driver's seat of the motorcycle. I used to ride motorcycles, and I used to have these cold sweat nightmares about hitting a glass truck on a motorcycle. The name of this is Hitting a Glass Truck at Midnight. Okay? And it shows this guy just all chopped up after hitting that glass truck. Now I've got different representations of the scene here. I've got an abstraction up here. See, I can be abstract. I've got abstract sensibilities. And I got a cartoon image over in the other corner. Okay? Now, the Harley Davidson speedometer says 100, and if you look at the rearview mirror, the cops are after him. See? So he's doing better than 100, and the red lights, he's running the lights, hit the truck. Nicolas Cage had this pain for a while.
Had actually developed Robert Williams-itis fever.
This is called Death on the Boards. Right in the middle of Beverly Hills, in the 20s, was a gigantic wooden board racetrack called Los Angeles Motor Speedway. It was 1.25 miles in length, and the fastest cars in the world raced on it periodically. And on Thanksgiving Day in 1920, it was a horrible wreck that killed a bunch of people, and this is a scene right here, Death on the Boards. Oh, I could go on for days and days about the detail, but I'm sure you don't care about that. Okay, this is the difference in beats and beatniks, see? So they're beats. Okay, now, this is a rough one. This is a rough one. And if you're sensitive, you won't forgive me on this one. This is dried infant meat products, toddler jerky. This is jerky taken out of the fanny of little screaming kids. Okay? I've violated every sensitivity I could here. We've got a young woman up here, hopefully getting to get married sometime, and she's been putting things away in her hope chest, and she's got a little baby rabbit. And coming out of that same hope chest is this purple apparition. It goes through this roadside general store here, which is really a front to sell toddler jerky. And then you see this horrible monster that makes toddler jerky over there in the corner. Now, how serious do you think this picture is? How serious do you think it is? Should I not have done it because it's in bad taste? Or should I have done it for a few perverts that might have liked some toddler jerky? You know, I mean, think about that. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. Maybe I'm a bad person and I should not have done this picture. But then I thought, well, hey, I'm nobody anyway, and I've got this idea, you know. Okay, this is a scrambled up mess. It's called the Theater of Snakes. See? The theater is this kid on the bicycle, see? He's riding and his head's the theater, see? Okay, he passes this scene of a sister, Catholic sister, giving this drunk hell for being no good on the street. And then here's this sailor and his girlfriend making smacky mouth, and then over there is a dog urinating on a hydrant. Well, in his mind, they all get scrambled together, see? And the dog is making out with the sister while the hydrant's urinating on the sister's leg, see? Okay. This was in Playboy magazine a few years ago. The name of this, The Girl with the Fabergé Ass. The devil's configured this beautiful little clockwork, and her ass cheeks pop up, and all this stuff comes out of it automatically. See? No end of imagination. Okay. This is many Einsteins putting together a formula of turning a woman inside out without hurting her. Okay? Now, if you notice, she's got a cigarette in her mouth, and as the transformation turns her completely inside out, she ends up still smoking the cigarette and over at the other end. Okay? Completely inside out. Okay, and this is about the peasant king. The king that wants to be with the people, wants to feel the sensitivity of his flock. Okay? So he's out there plowing with them. Okay? Proletarius Rex, the people's king. Well, he's so much tied in with the people, he's over here taking a dump with them. See? In an outdoor lavatory. Okay. I'm sure you heard, using elementary school, some kid didn't bring his homework. The dog ate the homework. The dog ate what kind of dog would eat homework? Well, I'm showing you here. A vicious dog with a puppy mind, so he's innocent. See? There's just got a little blind puppy brain case on this vicious dog that's eating algebra and Isaac Newton and Mark Twain and Friedrich Nietzsche. See? Now, to further express myself in abstraction, I've done it in red and yellow here to show that I'm an expressive person. See? Okay, I'm getting into psychology here. This is about a firebug, a gentleman that frequents strip clubs. He really doesn't do well with the girls, but he does frequent strip clubs. He likes to lap dance. And he inadvertently developed a crush on this one girl, fell in love with her, and of course she just rebuked him. It was an unrequited love, and so he couldn't adjust to that, so he burned the club down. Okay? So, now I've tastefully done all the flesh tones in blue, so they're sensitive. Okay? Because if they were done in flesh tones, it'd be too much, so I've used candor here. Now you see the burnt down strip club. Well, here he is gloating over it. He come back to gloat after the fire, see. Okay. This is a riff off Picasso. Pablo Picasso had a fascination with minotaurs. We got a minotaur here that's sensitive, very sensitive minotaur that has inner conflicts, some gender problems, some gender questions. And the minotaur has taken up ballet dancing and has done fairly well but failed. See, if you look over in the red panel over the side there, you see the that there was some steps accomplished, but it ended in failure. Now, the Minotaur